Good evening, everybody. Welcome back, FSB Racing Friday night. Winston Cup action here from North Wilkesboro Speedway. I'm your host, John Reap, with my partner in sound and vision and furniture moving, Milt Minter Jr. How you doing, Milty?
What's up? What's up? We're in North Wilkesboro.
Schmurgen. Got the Swedish chef version of it here.
And we got some homeboys in the house.
Yeah,
today.
we got some guests in the booth here with us. We got a new sign up here, Adam. Oh boy, I didn't ask for a pronunciation. Is that Simonik or Semenik?
Hey, I'm going to take that. That's a grace of God, because that's two people that got it right in a row today.
Woo! We're used to pronouncing names here, you know.
Yeah.
We don't always get them right, but
you ain't never got my name right, Will.
Yeah.
You're a bad habit.
I called Jeff, Tower Jeff Habik here, Habik, for a year before he corrected me.
Yeah, come on, man. You're the smart guy, dude.
Oh, you know, some names are funny, you know.
Bad, dude.
What gets me is I worked with people for like a decade that saw my name on the board every day, or when I was the manager on duty, SHAWN, they'd leave a note to SEAN. Like, come on. Anyway, well, that's all ancient history. We are in North Wilkesboro, and I can't find my starting grid button. It's right there. Brand new Stream Deck. Who dis?
I still got my headband on.
You still got your headband on and everything. I thought that was just your style today, man. I thought you were throwing it all the way back to 1988 and the Born in the USA tour.
Sorry.
Yeah, I thought you were throwing it back to the Born in the USA tour days there with the headband. But we got Ken Shea on the pole by over 2/10 there. That's got to be your early favorite, Squeegee in the 91.
Yes,
Last week's winner, Rick Johnson there in the 52. He starts on the outside pole, and then throw a blanket over the field from there. Jim Gately, Ken Hansen, Brian Lovell. Why is the background so light on the standings thing? I changed something, and I don't like it. I'll have to figure out what I did there. Yeah, Ken Hansen, Brian Lovell, the Highwayman, Jim Christopherson, Dave Ellens, Matt Ace, Mark DeSenza, and Pops Markison. Nice run there to round out your top 10. See, a lot of guys chose not to qualify tonight. You got TG Reese, Bill Martino making his return tonight. Is that 18 car still out there taking some practice laps? Got to give a call to him. Nah, I don't see him, but welcome back, Bill Martino. A long hiatus after a litany of health issues, but he's back.
Wow.
18 cars back on track, so it's good to see B-Mart back. There's Johnny Doucette in the 58 car, messing with his teammate, Jammin' Jay Dulfer.
Martino's almost spelled like my bosses that I love and cherish, and I love you if I say it out, but theirs is spelled with an H, Martino. It's Portuguese.
Yes.
I love them people.
Well, we are about to take the pace lap here. Cars are taking the grid. Let's get our curse out there, as we got Tom Jackson, Doris Gailey, and R.A. Kaiser checking in. R.A. Kaiser says one of his favorite all-time in real-life tracks. Yeah, a lot of drivers.
IRL tracks.
IRL, in real life, yeah. Indy Racing League never ran here.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah, so yeah, great track. A lot of drivers love it. A lot of fans loved it. It's still there. They can fix it up. I know Dale Jr.'s been pushing for it, but hopefully they can get it back open. Jim Ray is, of course, picking the 52.
Jimmy!
So you know what? If Rick Johnson ends up in a ball of flames, we're going to blame Jim Ray this week, because I'm taking the low-hanging fruit, and I'm going with Squeegee. Ken Shea, the 91 Super B. I think he waxes him tonight.
Start your engines.
He's on the pole for a reason. Well, do I get next pick or what?
Absolutely, man.
Okay, then I'm going with stuff yourself into a Slim Jim.
That's a strong choice there. And by the way, quick note about this track. Did you see how the cars started to roll as soon as the driver's start your engine command was played? That's because the cars get released. The controls get released as soon as that sound plays. And this track is uphill, downhill. And it's downhill on the front stretch, uphill on the back stretch, which makes the turn exits kind of tricky. Recommendation, you come out kind of low to try not to spin it. And you see it's a very short track. Pace car is already off. We're about to take this thing green. Whoops, I hit the wrong button.
Adam and Jeff, make a pick here.
Oh, I'm like
I'm gonna have to go with that Slim Jim game.
Oh, we got a double broadcaster jinx on Slim Jim.
You can do that. Adam?
Oh, I don't know. I got a couple favorites in this one. 52-9.
52, my former teammate.
There you go.
And we go racing here.
Nice clean start here. Everybody's trying to get out single file. You see how the 52 got loose. Ken Hansen tried to make a run on him from that.
Whoa, the 31 goes around, Brad.
31 around. Is that going to bring out our first caution here?
A little bit of touch there
Yes,
with the
it
63 of Jason Dolfer, but should be
The
no
115 of
damage.
Dave Allens is around too.
One, two, three, four, United States Marine Corps.
In the spin cycle.
What is your major malfunction? I spun.
It looks like we had stuff going on all around the track here.
All right,
So try and
guys,
back it up.
Going for the 9 car. Yeah, we got stuff.
We got a caution. As we got
Cautions?
Here we
3
go.
Cautions.
Yeah, they most certainly do. Here we go. We got 31. He just wheel hops it going in there. Right in front of Jason Dolfer. Kind of pins the 63 up against the wall. 76, Chris Landry comes to a stop. But meanwhile, coming back to this, something separate here happens with Dave Ellens and the 40 of the Highwayman Jim Christopherson. Get a better angle.
Oh, good job
There
by
we go.
those guys, especially who was that? Governor, I missed him. Missing the spun Brad Otto. De-smoke, get on the brakes, and definitely.
Oh, a late hit
job
there from Kevin Mays on the 115 of Dave Allens as he got it going again. And this track is tough. There's no two ways about it. And, man, it's going to be even... Fortunately, it's not an aero-dependent track, so I don't think that Dave Ellens... Yeah, I don't think Dave Ellens should have too much ill effect from that, but as you'll see here, that car is pretty bent up on the back end. He backed into the wall and then got hit again, so it's caved in pretty good.
Yeah, so that was Chris Landry that missed Brad there. Very good job by him getting on the binders and saving his car. And no real damage from that melee anyway.
Yeah, it looks like Dave Ellens has got quite a bit of damage to the back end of his car.
Yeah, he certainly does. Like I was saying, though, this is not at all an aero-dependent track, so hopefully that won't affect him too much.
Might loosen him up a little bit.
Loosen up. Well, loosen up's not what you want here.
Well, then that's a bad thing.
Yeah, but
52 looked like it. Go ahead. 52 looked like he got a little bit loose there on the start.
yeah, he did, and that started a run by the 9, but then the caution came out like immediately after, and everybody backed off. We still race back to the line here for the remainder of this season, but a new rule coming into effect. We're going to try it out first in the off-season events, the TCR Team Concept Racing, for season 41, which is that we are going to freeze the field as best we can. Remember, the positions are still under the control of the game. NASCAR 2003 is written with 2003 rules before Dale Jarrett was stopped and on fire in the middle of the front stretch at New Hampshire. So it was just gentleman's agreement. We're going to hold our positions, go on back. And yeah, we're gonna try that next season. I got distracted there. Jim Ray. Fun fact: the original FSB logo and font on the current logos were created by the great Mike Irish Terwilliger, 2004. Actually, the font is LHF Convecta, but he just kind of skewed it a little bit. But yeah, he made the logo. I've got the original, and I got a copy. I recreated.
You see that big old poster behind me when you see me. My pictures, my GTP championship. He made that poster, and that is such a high quality. I cherish that poster as much as I do.
Yeah, that's a real cool banner.
I have.
We're back here to green on laps 8, actually, of 160. Ken Shea still in the lead.
Let's see what Brad Otto does here now. He gets loose again. Having some issues. That car looks really loose.
Well, let's take a look here from on board the Professor, Slim Jim Gately. As I show you that line I was talking about around here, you see he hugs the bottom. Keep it down, keep off the throttle, and then mat it from the bottom off. That's beautiful.
Well, you know, he is the Professor, and, you know, especially at a small track like this, which was my weakness back in the day, I leaned on him a lot to improve my game. His, you know, Slim Jim Gately training sessions on Sunday we used to have were definitely useful, and you know, I finally got a win at Bristol, and that's directly because of, you know, the work I did with him. Like anything else, if you rely, you know, insanity is the definition of keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. And I'm pretty insane, but I'm not that insane. I know that guy can roll, so I listened. He got in my car with me and picked the spots to hit and we got a caution.
Caution back on the speedway again here on lap 12 of 160. We had a nice clean chicken run, so it looks like that's Brad Otto again around in turn 2.
That car is just looser than the goose.
Ooh, coming back to the caution, we got the 19 of Matt Ace turned.
Stroker Ace around.
Gotta get that boy some paint.
No kidding. Is he on a team?
He is. He's on, where is it?
Were you the
Is it Highline?
master?
No, he's got cars, he just hasn't uploaded them.
Well, you know, I you know, like for myself, I'm a driver, not a technician. You know?
Yeah, he's
If it
on
wasn't for all
Slingshot.
the smart guys like you, I wouldn't be able to know how to do all that stuff.
So there was
Cars
coming
down
back.
pit road again.
There was coming back to the caution. See, Matt Ace was slowing up, and he got a little help from behind from the 99. And then in terms of what caused this caution, here we got, again, there's Brad Otto. They're working underneath the returning Bill Martino. And I'm not entirely sure how that evolved. Let's try this again. Let's try this from the helicopter view, shall we? And there it is. See if we can figure out, I think it looked like Brad checked up to stay off the 92, and yeah, that's what it was. So he made contact with the 92 that pushed him back into the 18. So no need to put that one on your ledger there, Mr. Martino. I do believe that one goes to Brad. And that would make him on the hook for 2 if on our unofficial count. Remember, all rulings from the booth are unofficial. The race will be reviewed by admin, which tonight, I believe, once again pinch hitting for the vacationing Ryan Johnson is again Johnny Doucette, Johnny on the spot.
Well, you know, this is a little over a half-mile track, so this is definitely a short track.
And you see there, Danny did the thing. He spelled it seen. That's S-H-A-W-N, Danny. I'm gonna start spelling your name with an I.
Well, you know, yeah, he may not be able to spell, but he still makes more money than I do.
Just picking on you, Danny. We appreciate you checking in.
He calls me his mentor, you know, Milt Mentor.
Milt Mentor, I like that.
Already on our Donkey Bob team, I would believe that he is faster than I am, and so how do you say it? The student has become the master, like Darth Vader told Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Well, now we've got the lights off once again on the FSB pace car. 91, Ken Shea leading Slim Jim Gately's 23, the 52 of Rick Dent Johnson, Ken Hansen in the 9, and the 043. Haven't talked about Brian Lovell tonight. Looking good in P5.
I'm starting to see a trend with this guy, and that trend is that he's pretty good everywhere. He got a super speedway victory this year, which is very hard to win on Friday nights, but he got skills, and there's really starting to bud, and that 043 car is starting to get in the mix all the time.
Well, there's a reason why I picked him to join our team there, Bill.
Yeah, and you're a fart smeller. Smart feller.
Not only Mr. Lovell there, but you had a great pickup more recently in Mr. Dave Ellens, road course ringer for live fire racing there. And he's pretty good everywhere.
Just a solid racer everywhere.
Yeah, Dave Ellens is a great racer, very patient, very calm. Takes care of the car.
A little bit of bobble for the 043, and coming through there is definitely Mark DeSouza and the highwayman, Mr. Christopherson, gets by him, and it's a freight train now. 043 is trying to get back in, and he does with Steve Weber.
This track seems like it's kind of like a Bristol, but just not as much banking to it.
Pretty much, and then that uphill downhill aspect, you see how the car almost jumps coming off the corner, especially if you come up too high. That's what we were highlighting earlier, how low the exit is. You get a great shot of it there. That speed shot coming off turns 2 and 4 here on the camera 2.
Yeah, I was looking at the info.
According to the replay.
They don't say exactly what the banking, unless I'm missing something here, what the banking is.
You can probably look that up pretty easily here, being that I have a device in my pocket that can access the entire wealth of humanity's knowledge, and I use it to start fights with strangers on the internet.
That's called a cell phone?
Yeah, that coming out of that corner of turn 4, I can see what he was talking about. You can see that very distinctively.
So we got a couple guys in the booth tonight. Let's first talk about Jeff Hammock. Why aren't you on the track? Explain to the fans why you're in the booth tonight.
Well, to tell you the truth, I got in a fight with a power tool, and I lost.
Yeah, they usually win.
Ouch.
I kind of twisted up my wrist with a half-inch drill, and
oh, man.
Kind of broke my wrist a couple of days ago.
Gosh. Yeah, being a tile man, I know how those injuries happen quickly. And, with all the experience I have, which you have a lot in your trade, it happens. Then we got Adam here, Adam Simonek, new applicant. So what's your story, Adam? You have this is your first go at sim racing, or do you have experience throughout the years?
Oh, I've got experience throughout the years. Race M3, of course, first league race ever had was
that was our first.
Yep. First league racing was in NASCAR Racing 4. Been away from NASCAR 2003 for about 3.5, 4 years.
Yeah, I started with NASCAR 4 as well, as far as online racing goes, back in 2001, the old FBRL.
Well, we're glad to have you, and look forward to see you on the track.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Martino definitely, which, like we said, has had huge health problems, and it's just so good that, first of all, he's alive. Had heart issues. It's starting to come back to me. At first, I was like trying to think in my mind, so many people have been in this league, and then it clicked.
Whoa, close call there for Rick Castle.
Rick Johnson there getting into Bill Martino there. Yeah, it was kind of close.
Rick Castle there on the 124. Yeah, he makes the move. Yeah, and as far as the track facts here, I look it up according to Wikipedia. We got a 0.625 mile or 1.006 kilometer length, 14 degrees in the turns and 3 degrees on the straightaways. Race lap record was 18.905 by Ernie Irvin in 1994.
This is definitely a track you got to use brakes and you got to roll through the center and use that track up. We see some different lines, entry and exit from these different guys.
Yeah, so
well,
fastest.
We should focus on the fast guys because that's the Slim Jim Gately is the line expert.
Fastest lap, as I noted there in the real deal, was 18 seconds and change, and you see our fastest lap tonight is a 20.9, so a little bit slower here with these cars. They are trucks underneath it all, but so they're still getting at it, and so yeah, Slim Jim is just nipping at the heels of the 91. That's why I haven't moved the camera off these two.
Already the field from the top 6 cars, there's a huge gap going back. The cream of the crop is rising thus far. Already lap cars to deal with.
You see the battle there for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Ken Hansen, Rick Johnson, and Jim Christopherson, the highwayman in the 40 car, and Mark DeSenza, the Rockets up there. We talked earlier about Brian Lovell, who's hanging tough there in P5. He's fallen back to 9th now. Moving backwards through the field, but still keeping that car going.
The leaders are checking out, and the beer can, Ken Hansen there is fighting off Rick Johnson there, and where have these leaders gone? They have just taken off. You know, when Ken Shea shows up, you better be prepared because he's prepared. He don't mess around. He don't show up if he's not going to be competitive. When he's got time to prepare and get ready to race, that Bumblebee is definitely going to be on one here.
Absolutely. Yeah, Wayne Gately adding to the Slim Jim fan club contingent. Good to see him here pulling for his baby bro Slim.
Himself into a Slim Jim.
And you see our leaders work their way again around the lapped car 18, Bill Martino.
And he is not letting go of the Bumblebee there.
No, he is not. A little housekeeping I didn't get to before. Brad Otto did retire. Oh no! Crash in the backstretch. Some of our top contenders tonight. Boy, 52, the 40, Mark DeSenza.
Caution
and
is out.
Yeah, pace car rolling. We got caution here in lap 39 of 160.
That's why I had 2 favorite picks.
Yeah, we don't get to do that though. We gotta make our pick and live with the consequences. You get the pass because you're the new guy. There you go.
Got Dan Jones live in car. What's up, Dan?
Great run there.
It was punctuated here by trying to figure out what happened. Right, so there's
these leaders
undamaged.
Have, they take it off on you guys. What are you going to try to do different here? Try to keep up with them on the restart.
It's tough. There's you see the 3 or 4 different groups spread out at the beginning there. So,
well, check this out. This is uncharacteristic of the 52 and Rick Johnson. He just got loose and overcorrected, and that's what sent him to the outside wall. Collecting. Actually, I think Mark DeSenza got through scot-free. Minor contact there for the 40.
Well, if I know Rick Johnson, I do. He was my teammate. He's probably using a lot of a steering ratio, and that was just a snap and go, snap loose, and the car got dug, that right front dug into the track, and he tried to correct and hard lick into the wall.
I'll reassess my my take on the 40s contact. That was actually substantial contact, but fortunately in this game, that type of impact probably won't affect him too much. The front arrow is not super important. If this is a real car, that would have knocked his radiator out, and that would have been the end of the night for the 40. So he's lucky he can continue on here.
Sim racing is a little more forgiving.
Yeah. It is a little bit more forgiving, yeah, and it's 2003 sim racing.
Looks like that pit crew kind of fixed that back end up of that 52 pretty good.
Well, that is good news for the 52 crew and fans.
115 also doing quite well.
Yeah, he's recovered nicely. Dave Ellens looks like he's just outside the top 10 as I caught a glimpse of the ticker going by. But yeah, the upside is that the car should be okay. The downside is, but he's got to count an incident onto his docket, unfortunately, because that was definitely his incident there. And for those unfamiliar with the rules here at FSB, we do have what's called a 2-incident rule. If you cause a caution or cause damage to another car, even knock them over the speed limit in pit road, anything like that, anything that affects the flow of the race or someone else's race, you got to count that as an incident, and you get 2 of those. So that self spin there, bringing out the caution, that counts as 1, and he's got to keep that in mind for the rest of the night, which is really tough at a short track. I don't care how good you are, racing with an incident on your head at a short track is nerve-wracking, because you just never know when you're going to misjudge someone's braking point and pop them in the rear.
It makes you create a distance between everybody.
It does make you want to give everybody, lots of distance.
Speaking of pits, we have to give a shout out to Mark DeSenza for not speeding on pit road.
Absolutely, we should. It should be like the potty training stars with the kids. Give him a star every time he doesn't get a penalty on pit road. There you go. Well, the pace car's off.
We take turns. He taught me well, Sean.
Yeah.
Well, he's got to have some weakness, otherwise he might win every week.
That's true. That is DeRocket's only kryptonite. Is pit speed.
For like 18 years, I've raced against him from way back. Oh,
we're immediately under caution.
Pops Markuson, the venerable
one. And we got something up front here. We got Ken Shea.
The leaders around off turn 4.
The leaders.
Coming back to it. Oh my goodness, that's quite a turn of events there. As I rewind camera 2, I'm watching he got into Slim Jim, because Slim Jim took the restart in the lead, getting it on pit road, which we failed to mention there. I don't know if Slim Jim got loose or if Ken just straight up got into him. We'll have to check that out on the replay as well. But meanwhile, let's go and see the source of the caution here. Again, it was Pops Markuson getting into the corner, or maybe getting off it here. Oh no, Dave Ellens was around first.
They were crashing in front of him.
Yeah, they were crashing in front of him.
Move there by Pops.
Yeah, he just jumped off the throttle and jammed the brakes, and that'll send you around. Looks like it may have just been a solo spin for the 115, Mr. Ellens. Yep. Cold tires and a bent back end.
He's got rear damage, which means less downforce in the rear.
Yeah, cold tires and less grip on the back. Now let's see what happened with Slim Jim here. Slim just got loose. He got loose in front of the 91. That's what it was.
Well, he was running that bottom line, and he got
popped up just a little too high.
He did not run it that time. He pushed up a little bit and then tried to overcorrect, and no grip up there.
Well, something about that, no matter whether there's aero or not on a track, when you go from following to leading, it's a big change, and it's an even bigger change when you do that on fresh tires after a pit stop. It's a huge change.
A lot of it's a mental change too.
Yeah.
What a view from the 9 making it through that there up at the
I'll have to check that out. It's a good call there, Mr. Adam.
The 9 definitely doesn't set up his car, which these are fixed setups, but and they are pro setups, but they do have options, and one of those is
steering ratio.
And he sets his car up a little bit tighter than most.
Slim Jim just takes credit for the last one.
Yeah, You'd think so. Looked like he was
tried
loose
to
and
stab the
whoa.
brakes. A pro move there to try to straighten the car up as it came around, but it just didn't work for him.
Ken Hansen with the Moses move there and says, "Let my car go," and he does it as the Red Sea parts in front of him.
Coors.
Is that
the
the Coors Sea?
I don't have I have a beer can, but I don't want to crush it because he's in the lead, so we ain't crushing.
Yeah, his beer can did not crush there. That's a sound he did not want to hear.
So hopefully we won't have to use that beer can, but I'm building up some, so there are some other beer cars in here, so.
The big shakeup here with Slim Jim with the rare error, the 52 with the rare error. If that doesn't tell you how tough this track is, two of the best I've ever raced with in any league, any form of racing, are Rick Johnson and Slim Jim Gately, and they got loose all on their own. So, you think this looks easy, folks? Just going in circles? You're welcome to try it.
The pressure is, ideally what you want to do is take off kind of smooth and let those tires warm up, but with the pressure as the pace car is off.
Yeah, pace car off here on lap 50 of 160.
In the front, we started from the bottom, now we're here. All of a sudden,
they change my pick for the race.
Yes, it is, Tower. You're gonna have to be wrong in your wrongness.
Okay, I'll
and
be
enjoy
wrong,
it.
But look at that Mark Descender get up front there.
In case you're wondering why we call him Tower, it's because he spent his career climbing towers that none of us would have the gonads to even crawl up.
Oh yeah, I got Jeff on Facebook there. I've seen his videos from up on top of the towers, and I just got nope. I ain't even all that scared of heights.
My teachers always told me in high school that I always had my head in the clouds. Little did they know.
Little did they know that was a viable career path. So, you made it work.
Absolutely. The thing about the 9 car is he's a finisher, he knows how to handle, cold tires. He's always in the top 5, and let's see how he handles this pressure with Descenza,
Yeah, we talk about the cars getting loose off. Lap ago here going into 1, and in fact this time too. See that 124, Rick Castle is wheel hopping it in there, and he's hanging on for dear life. He's got big cactus nipped on his heels.
Too, along with the 83 there. They're very good finishers, and what I mean by that is that, at the end of the race is when they try to show their stuff.
Big picture racing.
I can vouch for that, because last night at Kentucky in the truck race, I thought I had a stranglehold in that race. Had to save just like a half a lap of fuel, and then it gets down to the end. While I was saving, the second group caught us. I put the throttle down thinking I'm just going to go. Oh no, he saved more than just fuel. And so there he was on my door coming off the last corner. We got a little contact there, ran out of room, and came across the line with a photo finish there with Matt Ace. But yeah, he was charging at the finish. He's good at saving the car for when it counts.
So we got a couple of our former studs here. Rick Johnson in P11, Matt Ace in P10, Ken Shea P9, and Jim Gitley P8. Cars still look pretty good. Long way to go.
Yeah, I don't think they.
Reporter, the 007 in front of them. Let's see what these guys can do.
Yeah, I don't think Slim and Ken hit anything, so their cars should be okay. Slim's just again got a race with that incident on his head, and it's tough.
I didn't look to see where 52 restarted, but he's up to 11th after that accident.
Yep, he's been picking his way through. He got he's been clean since his own incident before.
As his former teammate, he has a book. And when you watch real racing, you talk about how they talk about their books, and then in real racing it changes all the time because the packages change. But in this sim, it's the same package. Different setups. They're constantly working on them. Slim Jim does a lot of work. So does the 9 Ken Hansen. but mostly Slim Jim.
Little hospital wobble there out of the 91 at Ken Shea as he continues to follow Slim Jim forward.
Ooh, Mark DeCinda got loose there, trying to get up with Ken Shea.
You mean Hansen?
Or Ken Hansen, yes. Lost a little bit of ground there.
Yeah. Lost a little bit of ground, fell a bit further into the clutches of the Highwayman.
007 not even fighting it. He's letting them go by.
Yeah, he knows this track isn't his cup of tea. He's just going to go into survival mode.
Absolutely. He reminds me a lot of me, and that means, you know, he's a great road racer. He's short tracks a little bit more of a challenge for him.
Hey, we got our series admin Ryan Johnson checking in the YouTube chat. Thanks for checking in from Myrtle Beach, I believe he's vacationing at.
Yeah, he's down there golfing and on the beach, enjoying himself.
We had a great talk a couple weeks ago while he was lobbying to try to get me to come back on the track, which I would love to if I had the time, and believe me, I don't have it. But it was very flattering to, and we talked about how we both got COVID and all that, but we were drinking and after the race and hanging out. Just such a neat guy, and you know, his son, neat guy and a great neat kid, great driver. When you see Isaac back on the track, he's definitely be one of those guys that instantly go and see he's gonna be going for a win, you know.
Yeah, when the 72 shows up, the intensity ratchets up several notches because you know you got to bring your A game to hang with Isaac. But Isaac's off doing the college kid thing. He's kicking butt, got that full scholarship, going for engineering. He wants to work in racing, whether it's behind the wheel or turning the wrench. And that's the way to go, man.
Yeah, well, you know, a couple of my dad's crew chiefs back in the 60s and 70s ended up being multi-millionaires. Wrenching, you know, they started out with my dad and ended up like Alan Springer from Porsche ended up starting Andile, and the rest was history. Le Mans wins, Daytona 24 Hours wins. Whoa, this is close there with the 043 and Ken Shea and the 23 of Slim Jim Gately are coming. The cars are good, and they're kicking butt and taking names. They're coming. Long way to go in this race. 68 of 160.
Yeah, and the engineering path is Alan Kowicki had an engineering degree, and Ryan Newman, both legit engineers and race car drivers. And in my head, you could throw a blanket over those three: the 043, the 91, and the 23. Yeah, as Tom points out there, while we were yapping about engineering and stuff, the 91 of Ken Shea got around Slim Jim. Slim probably let him go a little bit there. Again, knowing that he's got an incident on his docket. But right now, the 91's got his hands full with that 043.
You know, it's Steve Weber has got his hands full in front of them, but
Steve that was close.
Is a Swiss watch, you know. He just knows how to survive. He won a championship on Friday nights without winning a single race.
Yeah, meanwhile, at a track like this, I'm a broken watch, right? Twice a day.
And he will do the right thing. If they come, he will let them by, because that's what he do.
One thing we haven't talked about much here is your range. Fuel range.
Whoa! Slim Jim on the bottom of the 043. Trying to get that car to stick on the bottom, and he does. Makes the pass.
Nice. Yeah, fuel isn't really going to be an issue here tonight. I didn't think the tires could go the distance on Tuesday night, but they did for the 80-lap race. They pretty much only stopped once very early in the race, and I split that final run and ended up a lap down in 5th. So these guys can go about...
Ken Shea got by him.
Oh, and a wreck in the back here.
Dan Jones
043.
gets in the back of him. Great job to try to save it. He did the stab like a pro does, like Slim did, but and it was more successful, but not enough. And the caution is out. He couldn't get that thing to right itself, but instantly he was on the brakes and locking all 4 tires up to try to get it to go straight. Just didn't happen. Minimal contact, but he'll definitely need the pit, and the caution is out.
Yeah, we'll look again here at the, you see the 043, Brian Lovell goes in there. As Milty said, he just got in a little too deep, a little too aggressive, wheel hops it, and tries to stab and steer. Unfortunately, Dan was right there. So that's again got to go fall on the 043's shoulders whenever you stomp and steer to try and save it. You got to count it as your own incident.
And you bring out the caution.
Yeah, it brings out the caution. Dan should be okay. Let's see, he popped in here. I think probably.
All good.
Yep, thought so.
Yeah, very minimal contact. The 63 Jason Dulfer had a hard access to his pit because the car was already in front. That's the thing. It's the hardest in sim racing, especially in NASCAR 2003, because it's not like high racing where you can drive through dudes.
Yeah, I'm jealous of that.
Execute these pit stops like a grown man and or woman, and but not bad for Dulfer here.
Yeah, another shout out to Mark DeSenza for not speeding. Keep it going, buddy.
At this point, it's starting to look like a trend.
Well, you're his teammate, so that's what you do in your team channel. If you're in his team channel,
Now, DeSenza's on the checker flag.
Mark, don't speed. You can win this race because you know what he do, and that's what teammates are for.
DeSenza's on checker flag with.
He's got a nice, calm voice. Keeps me nice.
Oh yeah, he does.
Collected.
The big
He says yes.
Hey guys, how we doing?
Hey, we got Dave Ellens checking in. How's the car after a little bit of damage there?
Well, the back end's a little nervous, so as you might have noticed, but.
Yeah, I noticed it got loose once there.
It's a little pushed in, yeah.
Yeah, I can't get back to the gas anymore, so I got to be nice and smooth.
10-4 on that.
But other than that, it's still fast, so I think we're doing pretty good.
Well, we're going to take this restart right about the halfway mark, which makes me wonder if anybody is going to try to run to the finish if we go caution-free, considering how far they went Tuesday night in the chicken run. But your leader, Ken Hansen, in the 9-car, Mark DeSenza, and the 3, Jim Christopherson in the 40, Rick Castle, all the way up to 4th here. Dan Jones, our in-race reporter, in 5th. And Slim Jim, Steve Weber. Looks like Ken Shea had some issue in the pits. Oh, he got a black flag. He did speed. And looks like he's going to be going to the back.
It'd be a tough goal to try to make it. 67 projected laps, 82 to go.
So the fuel is 67 something laps? Okay, that tells me. Man, what did we restart with on Tuesday? Because I couldn't believe they went to the finish, but all right. So here we are, lap 79 of 160. So they're probably going to want to split this in half. Assuming we can get the green run.
McReynolds would say, the trends of this race is
not to do it.
Some more caution. Oh, and around goes Pops.
And we have a caution.
And another caution.
You know what they say, cautions breed cautions.
Oh, that penalty, by the way, for Ken Shea is not was not an end of August line. He actually had to hit pit road, and if he's going to lose a lap here, serving it. It looks like it was a stop and go.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, and there he goes. Yeah, leaving pit road, burning rubber, and not very happy. I don't think we can say what was probably on that scanner right there, but this is just bad to worse for the 91. Probably the best car in the field. Long way to go, though, so Hey, cool, son. You know.
And there you have the broadcaster jinx very much in effect tonight, as every one of our picks has had a problem.
Problems breed problems.
Except the rookie here said I had two, but I'm not going to say the other because I don't want to jinx me yet.
Yeah, you might want to keep quiet on that, or you immediately get on his list. So here we go. Here's what started the caution, just right off the start here. Pops gets on the power on turn 4. That's the tough part about starting at the back of the field here, is you're well into the corner, and it just looped on him. Honestly, I think that was kind of a ticky-tack flag by the flagman there. It was clear. He was pointed in the right direction. He didn't hit anything, and he got going immediately. I think a real flagman wouldn't have even bothered throwing that, but here we are.
Well, you know, this race is up for the pickings. You know, who can execute the best? And
it seems there's confusion on the pace car here.
Yeah, we don't. Here it comes. Finally, we all took off thinking we were down a lap.
That is the tough part when the caution comes out immediately. Sometimes the pace car hasn't returned to its starting position, and it gets real confusing trying to come back and who's taking it, who hasn't. That can get the whole field black flagged sometimes even. You see, Ken Hansen he crossed the line ahead of the pace car. But oof, not sure how that's going to play out. I mean, I can check the
showing
time
75 for him, and so a lap down, end of the lead lap.
Let's see, I'm watching here, watching for the scoring to update on my. Oh, got Brian Lovell has some kind of black flag here.
91 down pit road again.
Well, he's going to be your free pass car, your lucky dog, because he's only one lap down. So he immediately recovers from his problem.
No, then he drives super fast in. Is that what you're supposed to do when you're lucky dog?
Yes,
Okay.
Yes, it is. You're supposed to do that.
I've never driven like that.
Yeah, you do that so you can intentionally get yourself an end of longest line penalty, and then the admin grants your lap back on the restart. So, yeah, watching timing and scoring here, it seems to have sorted out, and everybody is on the lead lap, except, of course, Ken Shea, who will be back on it soon.
And
Kevin Mays, one lap down. Bill Martino and Brad Otto have both retired. So we still have 18 cars on the track of the 20 that started tonight.
Great to see Bill back on the track.
Absolutely, just
up in this pros series and having some fun.
Well, I'm gonna step aside and get myself a drink and hand this start over to Milty, Adam, and Jeff, and I'll be right back.
We keep our drinks right beside us, don't we?
Yeah, I go about 2 beers at a time, and I'm down to 1 beer, but I still got that, and the fridge is pretty close. We got the 9 car, Ken Hansen, taking over the domination of the middle half of the lead, and the pace car is off. But that trudger, Mark DeCenza, you do not want to see that. You look in the mirror, you see that Chevy Monte Carlo behind you with that yellow. You're thinking it's Dale Sr., you know. Because he drives like him, he idolized him, and the caution is out. Ken Shea back down pit road again, and the pace car comes out. Very confusing here. Let's see if we can look back and see what happened.
That was a weird one.
Yeah, something happened there. We're trying to
green flag didn't drop.
Figure it out here.
Cross the start-finish line.
Waiting for the pace car. The pace car didn't get going as the 91 went in behind him. I'm a little confused about that.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to get a black flag for that or not for passing a pace car.
Absolutely. Now cars down pit road. Tom Reese and 76 and Chris Landry. The 76 ball. Man, growing up as a kid. And he misses his stall, and he's still backing up. Okay, he's in there. That was the great thing about watching races at Riverside. You had the 76 ball up there.
Always been a fan of the smaller
I think it was
tracks.
7 and also in the pits there. And we don't have the replay of Sean
Coming up
figure it
soon.
out, so we'll have to figure it out when he gets back.
Trying to find it now.
10-4.
Like, really, I step away for just a second, and I found it.
Everything falls apart, dude. You know, I mean, you're the man, the myth and the legend. You know.
Couldn't even get to the bathroom because my youngest is hogging it.
We're gonna have to get you a cooler to sit beside you, Sean.
Well, you can always, have a bucket next to you. I tried that once in a 24-hour race, and the problem was the car could pit faster than I could pee. So.
Well, here we go. We got the 043 and the 92 on this. I guess the lap after the start here, or on the restart, something like that. But right around in front of the 52 of Rick Johnson. So Rick gets another piece of the action there. Let's see if we can take a look at the front end of that 52. See if it took some damage there. For sure, you can clearly see it.
You can only get punched in the face so much.
He already had that damage.
Start to bleed. Yeah.
Never mind, he already had that. And, well, he may have just re-aggravated it. Who knows?
Well, at least when you get hit the first time, second time it's numb, so if you're still standing,
Absolutely. And as far as the whole prepping for
here, but not like
7th yellow flag so far.
Excessive bad moves. It's just trying to handle the track. These guys are struggling because this track is seriously challenging.
Maybe have some right front issues on some of these cars.
Absolutely, yeah.
And we got
from Dog Palmer watching tonight, rooting for the commie. He calls the 9 car.
Well, we got the pace car off, and Commie Ken Hansen will lead him back to green. And I had my camera on the other side.
Why he calls him that, but.
Ooh, Magnussen getting loose there.
Yeah, he got real loose there.
Christopherson taking advantage of it.
I think it had something to do with the red car. I don't know.
Christopherson is just another guy that's shown me what range of skill he has.
The 91 of Ken Shea is back on pit road as if he's serving a penalty again.
There's something going on there that, let's look at the scanner.
Here's the hair tires squealing. It was Ken leaving the pits. Okay.
Not much on the scanner here.
53 of TG Reese also on pit road, unscheduled stop there. I don't know if that was also a penalty. Oh,
There's some kind of issue with. It's got to be an issue with the pace car and passing the pace car.
Well, perhaps pass it on the entry to pit road.
Clear the black flag, which could be a problem. Sometimes some of these, and that happens on short tracks a lot because so many cars and whether the pace car gets out of his stall in time and trying to catch him, if you pass him, even if you don't realize it, it becomes an issue.
couple laps ago here. Look at this pass for 5th here. 007 of Dan Jones gets loose off 4, barely hangs on to it, and Slim Jim gives him a slight nudge out of the way and takes a spot.
What a rub. Oh, 3 hits the wall trying to get up to the 9.
What, sweetie?
You expect me to talk? No, Mr. Bond. I expect you to win.
What now?
Slim Jim has been moving forward since his incidents earlier.
And the caution is out.
You do indeed have caution here on lap 98. It appears to involve the 91.
It's just all falling apart for Ken Shea, the best car on the track, and
I don't know.
that doesn't sometimes translate to wins.
Where did you drop it?
It's just racing. That's the way racing is. It's brutal, and it's been a brutal night for the 91.
And it appears to have not been his doing.
And,
so you go, going into 3.
That's the stuff. And
Loose
tons
in
of
front,
cars down
boom.
pit road.
We got Mark DeSenza and Jim Christopherson coming into pit road, but we got our leader
And
staying out.
91 got hammered again there by the 76 piling in late.
I don't know if that was hey bud, what's up, or just an accident, but Rick Johnson's generally pretty chill, so I think it was just an accident there, but or maybe a little bit.
Mark DeSenza has to get around the 19
when this thing goes green. I don't know.
I think the 043 got a little loose in front of Ken Shea there.
53
That's what I showed,
Bandit.
yes.
Ding! Shoot it back, shoot it back, shoot it back. He's down pit road.
What's Mel's problem?
Well, he's not, but I don't know what you're talking about.
Great Harry Gant colors, obviously. Gold Bandit.
Now I gotta wonder how Ken Hansen's gonna do with those old tires.
Yeah, it's been a while since he's pitted.
Well, this is exactly what we want to see. Track position versus tire wear. And air on the nose in the front, like Sean was talking about earlier, what exactly is aero on this track? With just a little over a half-mile track, but track position and execution, and staying in the lane you need to stay in. And so far, the 9 has been on rails. The thing is, what we've seen is when guys have trouble, a lot of times it's when they're on fresh tires, cold tires, on restarts. So, hard to say, not having driven in a long time in this series. Sean was talking about Tuesday night being clean and green, but Tuesday ain't Friday. Friday the lights are on, the cameras are on. It's a lot different. Hansen, after a couple of years of, having a lot of bad luck, the thing is this guy knows how to race, and he knows how to fuel the car. That's why he helps in making setups in this league, because he knows what a car should do, and very good at that. And sim racing, like Adam was talking about, NASCAR 2003 and 4, kids went that same route like all of us have, and we go green here.
Went back and looked in. Ken last pitted at lap 41.
So that's 60 63 laps. That's a lot of, you know, wear and tear on those tires. So absolutely, that's a good call there, Adam. Sean was saying earlier the tires aren't really that. Oh, there's contact
Rick
with
Johnson
the 007.
Oh my goodness.
Multiple cars. Slim Jim Gately again, and a little bit. I think the 83 got around there. 007 got. Oh, and the 83 trying to get back to the line, spins the tires, smoking the tires coming out of turn 4 there.
There is just cars everywhere here.
There's your leaders finally coming in.
All right, so here is where it seems to be the epicenter here at the 52. He was dead loose there off 2. It gets in the 007, the 23, 124. 83 looks like he got through clean. Poor Slim has hit everything but the lottery tonight. We'll look at that from on board his car. There's nowhere for Slim to go. Well, that's probably going to be the end of the night for the 52.
He retired.
That's what I thought. Because that would be his second incident of the night.
Yeah, just, I mean, a winning car, but that's racing, you know.
So this cycles the lead to Mark DeRocket DeSenza, the 40 of Jim Christopherson in second, the 124 Rick Castle still hanging tough there in P3. The fourth place got Mr. Steve Weber in the 83. Slim Jim comes out 12th after pitting for some new tires, some minor repairs, and probably some new underwear. Lap 108 of 160 here. I think they can probably make it to the end.
Yep. Last pits, we could.
Tom Hines in the house. Let's go, Jammin' Jay.
It's kind of shown if you're out front, you can pretty much stay out there. You can get up to that number 1 spot.
Yeah,
pretty much, especially on equal tires.
Track position, definitely.
So now it's just about keeping that car pointed the right way, keep the tires on it.
Got the 115 and Dave Ellens making his way back up to the front.
Yeah, look at that. P5 for the 115. Good to see Dave Ellens bounce back.
He's going to have to pit here.
I think he's good, right?
He go the distance.
Yeah, he pit last yellow, and he'd be good.
So he's good. So that kind of sets the 9 back, a little bit, but long way to go. Well, while you guys catch this, man, you know, I need another couple beers here, so I'll be right back.
Well, pace car's in. DeRocket DeSenza leads us back to green here on lap 111 of 160. Ken Hansen already on the move here. Looking to get around the 99 of Pops Margison. Setting his sights on the 63 of Jason Dolfer next.
Got Slim Jim Gately coming through that field.
Yeah, Slim Jim coming back. He was 12 on the restart, I believe.
Underneath Jason Dofer, taking 9th place now.
Ooh, Dan Jones a little loose there. Hangs on to it. Right in front of Slim.
The wily veteran, Mark DeCenza, from heart attack to race wins. Known this guy for coming up on 18 years. I talked about it last year. He got back on the saddle and started and got some wins, and health-wise, he's looking good, and track-wise, he's looking good. One of the best I've ever seen. I've seen him dominate in this league and other leagues, and when he's on point, better watch out. But Kristofferson close behind. The 124 really, man, you know, he just keeps showing me more stuff of what he can do. You know, obviously clean racing, sportsmanship, just a great guy, but he's got skills, man, and really settling into running this league and getting used to these setups after running these series and the Friday night series a couple years now. He's becoming an FSB veteran, and of course then you got, you know, the former champion Steve Weber in 4th there. Guy just knows how to survive and race. He's just such a great racer. He's not a brute speed dude, but he knows how to be there at the end and get points and race for championships.
He's consistent lap after lap.
Meanwhile, Ken Hansen working on the 115.
Yeah, he just ran his best lap a couple laps ago of the race.
Who turned their best lap just now?
Ken Hansen.
Ken Hansen, that figures, yeah. It was Ken who told me on Tuesday night how to find the fast way around here and coming off low off the corners. I followed his advice, and I actually ended up turning the fastest lap in that race. I just made the wrong pit call and lost the lap.
The thing about Ken is he's a student of the game.
Absolutely.
Of the sim and of racing, period. He just knows, when you talk to him and you talk about how the car is supposed to handle in the corner and how it's supposed to plant and roll and execute, he knows that, and he knows how to do that with the gas pedal and with setups. Now these are fixed setups, so, but at the same time, these are not fixed like, you know, like Adam knows, like I do. Back in the day, we used to run the fixed setups straight from the sim. You know,
yeah, the fast setup, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Fast setup was not fast. You know, it drove like a dump truck. You know. But
yeah, but you know
new
those
guys learning the sim, when you're going from NASCAR 3 and 4 to this sim, it was totally different because this one, the gas pedal actually meant a lot more than on and off. You know.
That fast setup, though, that's a crucial learning step there because, as you said, they're tight. Driving a tight car is a good thing when you're learning because it teaches you to take care of the tires, teaches you to manage the throttle, and not always, like you said, use it as a button.
Laps without spinning. I remember the first time.
Car control being essential.
Me, Jim Ray, and a couple of Canadians that were Rob Bender, R.I.P. And can't remember the other guy's name. When we started out, there was like 4 or 5 of us getting on the track, and we couldn't even make a lap. What the hell's going on here?
Meanwhile, the 40 is...
Yeah.
9 cars coming through the field, and the 40 is nipping on the heels of our leader here.
Here I come, walking down the street. I say hello to everyone I meet.
Let's get the strangest looks from everyone I meet.
I don't know if this. The beer can ain't crushing. He's crushing it. The 83 trying to put some pressure on the 124 here
Oh,
now.
Here comes Ken Hansen in the picture too.
It was getting real spicy.
Backed off. A lot of respect on that.
Absolutely. He knows there's plenty of race left.
Well, he's a great racer. The thing is, you know, he pitted later now, so he's got better tires than some of these guys, and that may set up in the future here. And
Slim looking to the outside there. Backs off it. There you go. Webb pushes up.
And Ken Hansen goes by the 83 there.
There you go. Ken Hansen. Oh, and caution on Speedway.
I think everybody pits for fresh tires here.
I can't imagine that they wouldn't, Adam. I think you're right there. I would definitely want the freshies no matter what my position was right now.
Yeah, the slate is wiped off now. You know, for Hansen, he wanted that to stay green, but it didn't happen. So now.
And the caution's just a simple self-spin here in 19.
Wait a minute here, or the 9 stays out, and he does not. He agrees with you guys.
He would be at a severe disadvantage. And this wasn't what he wanted. He wanted it to go green to the finish, so that the tires would work to his advantage. But if he stayed out on them at this point and considered his bed made, no, he would have completely erased his advantage and put himself at a huge disadvantage. So, no, that's the call to make. You see Slim Jim in. 9 car, 40. Dave Ellens as well in the 115.
Speed here. What is it? 45?
45.
Oh, I think the 9 car took 2 tires.
The 9 crew.
Now that was interesting. 9 car out first, and I'd have to agree that must have been just right side tires.
Well.
How the turns have tabled.
Well, you know, thing is, he was the latest pitter of the leaders that had freshies to begin with, so
there shouldn't be much difference on those left sides, so he should be all right, I think.
As fast as he is, and as hard as it is to pass here, I think that might have been the move. I mean, he had to try something. It was going to be hard for him to get through. Basically, this is him. He had to shoot his shot. We talked about how his strategy had not played out.
Shoot to kill, play, you know, what does AC/DC say? Shoot to kill, play to thrill.
Yep. There's an AC/DC song for just about every racing situation, I think.
I used to have fun
Got
making videos for NASCAR.
Too many pills.
Nice.
Well, just once again, thanks for letting me be up here in the booth with you all today.
Absolutely. We hope you're feeling well enough to get on the track sometime soon and get back at it.
Well, just love to see dudes that, you know, had to do life and whatever, and like a lot of us have to do. I know I got some of that stuff coming on here where I may be off here for a while. I don't know if this is going to be my last broadcast for a while, but I got some, you know, moving issues. We'll take it week by week, day by day, or I'll definitely be back. But you know, you got to do life, and good to see dudes get back and get into it. And it's a great hobby. It's a great, safe hobby, especially when you get older and. You know, the bars, they were a lot of fun back in the day, but probably, you know, better off sim racing. Yeah.
We're all too old for that stuff now, but hopefully, well, I guess, Jeff's injury couldn't have been timed better, so I may be calling on you again for some booth backup here, bud.
Hey, I'll be happy to join you there.
Yeah,
awesome.
I love that.
And pace car's off. We're going to take this restart here on lap 135 of 160. Giving us, 26 to go?
Well, Jeff, you know, you've worked into the league and, you know, building your confidence and speed. You've had some bad luck, but you know, you're progressing big time, and look at, you know, I mean, and you're hanging in there and running fast, and you know, part of a fellowship here, you know.
Actually, it's called a family here.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah. There we got Carol Hansen cheering on Ken. Man, he's hanging on. No.
9 got a little loose, which allowed
he's
the 3
loose on the high
behind.
side.
Oh,
Nose first into the wall. Caution out. Caution in the air as the 9 got loose.
Maybe
Well,
2 tires didn't work so well.
So the,
Maybe.
Especially on the restart is where it's the toughest.
the car don't look too bad, but he's going to have to pit and be behind all those cars.
That was a hard shot to the nose. Again, if this is the real deal, it would have knocked the radiator out. Yeah, he had those 2 tires, like you said, and we talked plenty about how you need to be on the low side coming off there. Well, he was on the high side with newer right side tires than left sides. Inevitably, it got loose.
I hate to do this, folks, but
Oh no, the beer can got crushed.
There's the crush.
Well, that cycles us back to Mark de Rocket Descenza in the lead.
Definitely, he got loose, and that pretty much was what caused it.
You know, we
that's
go
what
to
I
the
saw.
Texas NASCAR race, and the tradition with the people I go with is every time there's a caution, you take a shot. So, milk, caution
I'm
shot.
taking a swing of Budweiser, that's for sure. You know.
I got my water bottle.
Well, look at it from on board here with the 3 car, Mark Descenza. So he's hugging the yellow line. He's got it, and yeah, 9 just loose. Actually, might have took
a little air off him, and once he got down there, the grip on the outside, as we've seen, the low line is preferred, and trying to keep that pace, especially on, because you know what old tires do, and you know what new tires do, but when you do 2 tires, especially the first couple quarters, you need a little time to figure that out, you know.
I tell the story one time here on a Friday night at Michigan. I think it was either Michigan or Atlanta 97. One of those big fast tracks. I pitted too close to the wall and I could only get right sides. So here I am, like I'm thinking, oh well, I only had like, you know, a little bit of laps on the left. So I'll probably be okay. So I take the restart about 3rd or 4th or something like that. I step on the gas to go, and the car goes left like it's in a slot, like it's on, you know, one of those old Tyco slot cars.
Yeah.
And I had the wheel turned over to the right.
Got some of those actually.
Turned over to the right, laying on the brake. It just kept going left all the way down to the cars starting on the inside line, and then all the way to the inside wall. And it was all because I had, you know, the mismatched tires.
Sean, I do believe that was Michigan. I did the same thing. I will never do it again.
Well, the funny thing is, I'll take just right sides at Michigan, but not on a yellow flag stop, because that restart is a bear on 2 tires.
Absolutely, with that banking and lights are out on the pace car.
That's how I won the Piston Cup Michigan race a few weeks back, because I took 2 tires on the final stop, green flag stop. Everybody else took 4. But if I have to restart, I don't want 2 tires there ever again.
I think that's when I'm going to make my return to Friday nights, is in the Michigan race.
Awesome. That's a great track. I love that place. It's been good to me. California's been good to me. Pace car's off. We're going to take this restart here.
Michigan better than California. I don't know. I mean, California better than Michigan. Sorry,
Ditto.
I don't know why. They're like virtually identical. But here we go. Agreed. Mark Descenza, the man, the myth, the legend here.
He gets a great restart
Dude gets
there.
out front. You better watch out. He's learned how to, pace
124
himself.
loose. Rick Castle loose right in front of Slim Jim. That looks like where the battle's going to be right now. I don't know if Jim Christopherson has much for DeSenza.
We'll see, but when he gets out front, he's a front runner, dude. I mean, when he gets out front, better watch out. We shall see what the Highwayman's got for him.
Now Rick Castle is hanging it out there. He was loose down the front stretch that time.
Well, just a great solid run from him, and looking at a
Caution.
podium,
Oh, caution.
out.
Caution has bred caution. Oh, big pile up on the backstretch, it looks like.
You guys know I'm not going to perpetrate Larry McReynolds and say there's a caution out.
We have a
breed
caution.
cautions. The trends, Jeff.
You guys do that so much better than I do.
It appears... Oh, looks like Dave Ellens was involved. Yeah. Okay, he mentioned before it was, kind of light in the back end after his damage, and you can see that caught up with him again. This is the toughest time if you don't have the rear downforce. The cold tires and restarts. And you see the 115 just takes off on him.
Well,
that.
you get in your mind when you're running how it's supposed to be, but these restarts, they get you off guard. You try to drive the car in the same you did before, and it doesn't react the same way. And that's always been the hardest thing for me. But I always tried to kind of stay back at the beginning and work up to it. But in this league, in this era, with the speed these guys run, if you're doing that, you're going to be running 20th. It's just not, you got to push the issue, because these guys are pushing the issue on the restarts. They're going tail to the wind here.
Well, we're going to take this restart here close to 10 to go, so we're getting down to it. Everybody's got what they got. Nobody up front's going to be pitting again.
Porta potty, I'll be back.
And nobody up front should be pitting again. And it's time to make some moves. Slim Jim trying to get back to that podium. Christopherson trying to find something to do with DeSenza, and DeSenza just having to defend. Not to mention Rick Castle trying to hang on to another great finish here, looking for a podium.
Yeah, Rick's one of those drivers where if he's got it at the track, he's got it. If he doesn't, he doesn't.
Yeah.
Tonight, he's got it.
He has definitely got the handle on this place, and that's great to see.
See, the 19's made his way up to 7th.
Looking at our points here real quick. Yeah, Rick Johnson came in as your point leader. He's going to take a nasty blow tonight on those, having to 2NC himself out. Slim Jim and Jim Christopherson were 7 and 8 points back, respectively. They should have good points nights regardless. They just hang on to it. And so there's going to be a lead change in the points when it's all said and done. It's just a matter of whether it's going to be the Highwayman or the Professor. We have the lights off again on the FSB Firebird pace car. We are going to take this restart here on lap 150 of 160, so that is 11 to go. Not 10. You got to count 160 itself. And so any restarts from here on out will be inside the 10-lap window, the 10-lap rules, which change things slightly. Most notably, no more lucky dogs, no more double file restarts.
I don't think we've got 13 cars on the lead lap. I don't think we're going to have any more people down the laps.
Yeah, Kevin Mays is going to be your last lucky dog of the night, it looks like. As Mark Durac, Durac got a little over-rotated there, headed to the exit.
Yeah.
That's loose.
Mustard almost off the hot dog there.
Whereas Ryan Newman, as I mentioned, him being an engineer, said in his rookie season, much to the amusement of DW and Larry Mack, now the car's got excessive yaw in the corner, and Mike Joy had to explain that meant it was loose.
It's not y'all, it's yaw.
Not y'all, yaw.
If you're going to be a betting man and that 3 cars in the lead, you should have bet on them at the beginning of the race, because I don't care what Vegas says. That guy in front, look, he's a mellow, skilled dude, but on the track, he drives angry. You know, he does.
I think
wheels that car like a bad dog, and he knows one speed. At this point, he knows there's no tire saving. I don't have to pit. Don't speed on pit road. You don't have to worry about that. That's Mark DeCenza yapping with two car leads.
Oops, a little feedback there, Adam.
Oh, we got Rick Castle going.
Rick Castle's going for it. Ooh.
That's exactly what they want to see. Rick Castle wants a piece of P2 here. Slim Jim Daly right there. It's, you know, the big cactus doing what he do, but the 3 car out front, look at that. 3 car links.
Yeah, it's going to be a good points night for Steve Weber. Didn't mention him there. He was sitting in 4th place in the points.
If you wanted to get a driver and you wanted to give him 10 laps to go, you would hire this guy. I guarantee you that. Not over yet.
Oh, no, I don't hear no fat lady, but we are coming to 5 to go.
Christopherson saving his stuff a little bit. The weakness, and I've raced to get to 3. The thing is when he gets in this position, but look at that soft, smooth line here. With his 18 years of experience, at least, he knows how to back the corners up.
Caution, that's going to end it.
And that's going to end it.
There you go, DeRocket. Christopherson, Castle.
And Christopherson was just coming. What a great run there for him, and also Rick Castle. Fantastic.
What a great race up front.
It looks like the spin was just a solo spin.
Are these guys good or what? I mean, did you watch something that, you know, you could see, you know, for real?
Yeah, well, they closed this track, so we're keeping it alive here. And see, there's your final caution there. The 76, Chris Landry, just looped it all by himself. Again, nobody hit him. In real life, it probably wouldn't have been an actual caution with everybody being safe, but that's how the cookie crumbles here in NASCAR 2003. And Mark DeCenza doesn't have to worry about defending that position anymore. He's going to hold off the highwayman.
Great job for Slim to get back to P4, but, you know, I mean, I'm sure he's going to be kicking himself, but Rick Castle, P3, doing what he do, just impressing me every week of, you know, since he came to the league, he's been clean and, you know, great sportsmanship right from the start, but his evolution for speed here is Christopherson. You know, the thing about the 40 car was his connection. You ain't seeing no blinking now, and you're seeing him fighting for wins. We knew that, but, you know, every time he start to run and be in a good position, he'd start to blink, and now his connection is solid, and you're seeing what dude can do. And then, of course, Mark DeCenza, the veteran, in that 3 car, which he runs that 3 number proudly for a reason. And that's the man, Dale Sr.
Dale Sr. was strong here at North Wilkesboro, just like anywhere else, and Once again, three. Actually, it's kind of cool seeing two historic paint schemes there. With Darrell Waltrip also has some great history here at North Wilkesboro. He ran that Western Auto machine, just like Jim Christopherson.
You know, I'm happy for all these guys' great finishes. Of course, the Sid's with all the health problems he had. Nice rub by Slim there. Teammates taking it off there, but yeah, just wonderful. Good to see Bill in the house. Bill, you know, watching the race now. Welcome back, Bill Martino. Definitely, you know, league's been here a long time, and you know, we've lost friends, and wonder what happens to people. And good to see him back, still kicking and back on the track and running well. You know.
Absolutely. Well, wrapping up our rundown here as Milty goes off to gather up our podium finishers. Once again, your podium finishers: Rick Castle in third, Jim Christopherson second, Mark DeCenza your winner. Fourth place, Slim Jim Gately, bouncing back from some early race troubles there after dominating the early part of the race along with the 91 of Ken Shea. He bounced back to a fourth place finish. Should be good for points. Steve Weber fifth, Jason Dulfer sixth, Ken Hansen. Oh, what could have been there, but he hangs on for a P7. 58 of Johnny Doucette in eighth, 00 Dan in ninth in the 007 car, Matt Ace in 10th. Pops Markison stays in the lead lap, hangs on for 11th position. TG Reese, we didn't talk about him much all night except when he got caught in a wreck there. 12th place in 53. Kevin Mays and Chris Landry, that last caution there, he was the last car running. A lot of retirees: Dave Ellens, Rick Johnson, Brian Lovell, Ken Shea, Bill Martino, and Brad Otto, all retired between incidents, accidents, and other impediments to their night. We'll see if the points get updated real quick, but you see what the picture looked like coming in here, and that's going to be a big blow for Rick Johnson, who came in as your point leader. Single-digit lead there over Jim Gately and Jim Christopherson over the Jim and Jim show there. So just let me get disconnected from the server here. Move this window in front of me so I'm not looking off to the right, and let's see if the points updated. They have not yet. You see, he's not as fast on the draw as you, Ryan. But we do appreciate Johnny Doucette stepping in for the pinch hit adminning tonight. And we thank Ryan for tuning in too, checking in from vacation. So, as we got, Milty just talks too much down there trying to get those guys, yeah. Oh, those are teammates there at Synergy Motorsports there, looks like Rick Castle and Milt Minter, so good to see. And Ken Hansen and Rick Castle, rather. He's down there talking in their channel. Next week, where are we, Jeff? If you check the schedule ahead there. Is that Michigan like you were talking about?
Check it real quick here.
I'm headed to the forum too.
Next week we are at Darlington.
Darlington, oh, one of my absolute favorite tracks.
The Lady in Black.
Yeah, I love Darlington, love the version we run of it. Actually, we're running a different version this time. It's going to be the SRA version. I remember testing the setup for Slim, because he knows how much I love that track. It handles a little bit differently, I have to admit. We were trying to throw some stuff at it. All right, we got it. Take it away, Milty there.
Oh, let's start with Rick Castle here. Man, what a fantastic run. Just kind of trudging all night right in there, and then getting yourself in the... Almost had P2 there. You're really fighting Christopherson there. But, you know, good, clean racing. And how's it feel to be on the podium, bro?
Yeah. Nice to be up here again. It's been a while. But yeah, the Jack Daniels Chevy hang in there all night, and this was a real tough place to pass. As you were saying, the one time I got inside the gym a little bit there, probably winding down the laps, but it wasn't worth it to push it because I didn't want to take both of us out or anything like that. So I was happy to hold on to third and keep Slim behind me.
Yeah, well, obviously you would have liked those couple more laps left, but that's
for sure. Yeah,
that's the way it goes. But position yourself, and your consistent, your speed consistency is gaining. Or you've always been a clean driver since you've been in this league, but now you're starting to fight for wins here. It's got to feel good.
For sure it does. For sure it does. Thank you.
He's there. Yeah, he's there at the end, and that's what it takes. Just like last night in the trucks with that late charge, saved the tires like I didn't expect. Coming there, a great run at Kentucky and a great run tonight. So congrats, Rick.
Yeah, thanks, Sean. That was a good run last night.
That was fun, man. Sorry we got a little roughed up there at the end, but man, I don't know where that speed came from, but it carried over to tonight to a great run.
Thank you. So I just want to say congratulations to Mark and the Jim on a great run there, and Mark on the win.
Good job, man.
Thanks.
Yeah, great run, Rick Castle, and your
Jim,
second place finisher, your new point leader.
It must feel pretty good to not be blinking on the track and show what skills you really have. A solid connection, and we seen what you could do in spurts, but then your connection was kind of hampering you, and now tonight, just a fantastic run to P2, and how does that feel?
Thanks, Milty. Yeah, well, I still have issues. Sean can testify to that. I was leading the race yesterday, and for some reason, good connection, and all of a sudden it just blinked out and I was gone. So it still happens. But as long as I'm not blinking in front of other people, I feel better. If I disconnect from the server, that's the way it is. But anyway, really good race, Mark. No way I was going to get around you, buddy. No way. It's just too hard to pass.
Yeah.
And congratulations to Rick. And we were talking offline, Mark,
thanks, Jim.
and it was. It really came down to, I don't know, when the leaders were tangled up there and we all kind of slowed down to get around the wreck, and Mark was able to go around the high side, and that was the way we came off of pit road every time all night long. So congratulations on a great win, and looking forward to next week. I want to say hi to my mom and dad as well. They're all watching in Rochelle, Illinois.
Awesome. Well, hello, Christopherson family, and Jim, you are now tied with Jim Gately for the point lead there. I don't know who has the most wins for the tiebreaker, but you're 6 points up on Rick Johnson, who had to retire, 13 points up on
how many races we got left?
Weber. We got 3 races left, and then Ken Hansen rounds out your top 5 there. Actually, DeRocket picks up to within 20 as well, rather, in 6th place, 18 back. So we got a great finish down the stretch here with Darlington, Bristol, and Michigan. I don't know how you feeling about your chances for holding serve there over those 3 completely different tracks.
Honestly, I'd be happy with a top 3. This is a season 40. I'm the number 40 car, and that's been my goal the entire season. I just want to finish top 3 in all the series. We'll see what happens. I don't hold much luck in this series. It's too tough.
I know the numerology might be with you there. Yeah. All right. Well, great job there, Jim and Mark. DeSenza, DeRocket.
Sean.
Yeah.
I got to cut you off here. Mark, congratulations on not getting a speeding
road.
Nice.
No penalties for the 3 car.
Great job,
get a round
buddy.
of applause for Mark on that one. That's pretty impressive.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
That's what teammates are for. You know what I mean?
But anyway, quick, just a little shout out to Dave Silva. He watches all the time.
We saw him check in.
And I got to thank Quinn. She came down to my house halfway through the race and let the dog out, or I would have had to retire.
Oh, no.
So I got to thank Quinn for coming to let the dog out, or this couldn't have happened.
Hey, dog's got to pee. Dog's got to pee.
Dog's got to eat.
Mm-hmm.
I got to thank her for that, for sure. But anyway,
I'm going to bring some dog chow to the next race, then, Mark.
Yeah. I had some right side damage there. Just got in the wall a couple of times. I don't know how. And they were racing with Ken there when he changed too, I think. I don't know if he got loose or I didn't think I touched him there at the end, or he got loose.
It was loose on the outside, yeah.
but I knew like once I got out front, I felt pretty good. I know I didn't have the best car tonight. 91-23 had good cars, and even Jim was strong and Rick. But hey, I know once I got out front, it was so hard to pass. I felt good. I didn't feel great, but I felt pretty good. A few close calls, but other than that, it was wild.
Well, the thing is knowing you for 18 years or so, when the 3-car gets out in front, better watch out, because you know how to run out front with the air on the nose, and the bit between your teeth, no pit stops necessary. It's just go tilt to the hilt, and I like your chances all the time. Tilt to the milt.
Yeah, I don't know. This season and all the series, they've had good cars and trucks and just wrecked or got a black flag or something happens. But something like that doesn't happen, or I don't do something stupid or something. I usually finish pretty good. So,
well, when you're in front like that, it's been that way since back in the day, and it's like bad news for everybody else because dude's gonna roll.
Yeah. I just wrecked a lot this season. When you race with guys every night, we're human. It's going to happen. We wreck. Everybody does stuff they wish they didn't, but it happens. Hard racing, but got to turn around sooner or later, I guess.
Absolutely.
We'll take it though. Like I said, I didn't have probably the best car. I'm pretty sure the 91 and Slim were better than me, but I got to thank Slim because in practice I could not get. He showed me how to get around here. I just wish I didn't have damage, although, it worked out. But I really got to thank Slim for showing me how to get around this place.
Yeah, you got to hug the bottom on the exit. That's what Ken Hansen taught me on Tuesday night, too, and that worked out. Yeah, you mentioned the 91 of Ken Shea, and I applied the broadcaster jinx. I think that's what also worked in your favor, not only staying clean on pit road, but none of us picked you.
That's
so
right.
that helps tremendously. I'm looking at the server export and seeing what happened to the 91, and he got nabbed for passing under yellow. I think 4 times here I'm seeing.
Yeah, the pit like 4. I mean, it was.
Yeah, so on lap.
It was obviously a track glitch.
Lap.
Where,
on lap 75, passing under yellow. Lap 79, 43, you got that. 82, passing under yellow for the 91. Then he sped in the pits for the lucky dog. Passing under yellow again at lap 87, and he retired not long after that. Something weird was going on there with the 91. Maybe something to do with the number 1 pit stall. I'll have to go back and look at the replay and figure out what happened there. We had tough break Ken Shea. I'm sorry I applied the broadcaster jinx to you. He was definitely
not that powerful.
Yeah, it happens every week. At least I posted that video.
We have something we sign, and then you guys can't pick us or something.
Well, I mean, there's that whole season where I couldn't pick Chris because he correctly guessed the name of my Animal Crossing town. It was Darlington.
Nice.
But maybe I need another contest like that. But great job, Mark. Great job again, Jim Christopherson and Rick Castle. Thanks again, our new applicant, Adam Simonik, joining us up here in the booth, and Jeff Havoc as well. It's good to have some company up here.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Yes,
Yeah,
no problem. I mean,
Hey, thank you very much.
Hey, but get up there in the booth again. I want to get a black flag when you're in the broadcast booth. So
Jeff,
you got it, Mark. You got it.
Well, Mark, Jeff's on the injured reserve list with that broken wrist, so he's going to be joining me as my backup for Milty while Milty's got to do some moving.
I could actually have a good end of the season then.
We gotta say, hey.
I'll pick you next week.
No.
Hey Jeff, you got a webcam? Maybe we can get you hooked up here like Milty.
I might be able to come up with something.
All right, I'll talk to you.
They might be cheaper now than they were when
the prices have come back down out of the stratosphere. Yeah, Milty overpaid for his, but we appreciate you getting that set up there, Milt. But yeah, now that the pandemic has somewhat subsided, we've got webcam prices back to normal.
I'll have to do it Amazon because I don't like to leave the house. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. No, never. Yeah, everything's on Amazon. Come on, it's 2021, man. But yeah, we appreciate you guys joining us. Thank you, Milty, as always, for joining me up here in the booth and doing what you do. Thank you to our pinch hit admin, Johnny Doucette, filling in for Ryan Johnson on vacation. We saw Ryan checking in the chat. He'll be back next week, hopefully well rested and ready to go to bring this down the home stretch. Last 3 races, last quarter of the season here. Again, we got Darlington, Bristol, and Michigan to wrap it up here at season 40. Fantastic points battles you still see on the screen there. Thanks to our podium finishers, Rick Castle, Jim Christopherson, Mark DeSenza joining us here in the booth. Thank you everybody out there in YouTube land joining us in the chat. And of course, Sam Young, promoter, owner, keeping the game going, keeping NASCAR 2003 and this league alive here in 2021. And looking for many more seasons to come. But until next week at Darlington and the Lady in Black.
Yeah, thank you, Bill Martino, for being
Bill
back,
Martino coming back.
live.
That's a tough one for you to broadcast, Sean. I know how you feel about that.
I'll be itching to get down in there with you.
I'll bet.
And
I give you credit for that. It's tough to do. It really is. There's a lot of stuff you run at. You're good at too, and you like so. And you got to broadcast. I give you credit for that, man. Good job.
Drive, you know?
Oh, absolutely.
Thanks, Milty. Thanks, Milty and Sean. You guys did another great job, man.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Hey, everybody, have a great 4th of July weekend.
Congrats, guys.
See, rocking the red, white, and blue tie-dye tonight.
Happy 4th to all.
Thanks, guys. Good run, Jim.
And
Thanks, Mark. You too.
Until next week, for FSB Racing Live, saying goodnight. I've been your host, Sean Reap. Where's